Okay, good day, everyone. Welcome back sa ating channel. So, welcome back for a new or welcome back for another lecture in continuation to our discussion with regards to the topic professional conduct and ethical standard. Right? So, last meeting we discussed already what is ethics. We introduced to you what is ethics. We define what is ethics. We discussed the different theories that governs our perspective on how we view ethics or how we view what is right and wrong. No? So for this lecture, we're going to discuss about morals. No? So let me start by differentiating what is the difference between ethics and morals. No? So basically, ethics, when we say ethics, is a standard set of rules, no, standard behaviors that is common to the society, common to a group, no? Yun yung tinatawag nating ethics, no? Kaya pumapasok yung tinatawag nating ethical standards, no? So, ethics are a set of rules that define what is right and wrong, while morals, no, refers to the personal principles or belief that an individual holds about what is right and what is wrong. So when we talk about ethics, medyo ano tayo dyan medyo strict and we have a rule no, na fina-follow. Okay? For example, the set of laws that we have, yung mga batas natin, can be considered closely as ethics, part of the so-called ethics or established rules, no? While for morals, ang moral kasi is subjective in it, no? So, pwedeng may mga rules tayo, no? That are considered as not moral, no? Or immoral, no? So, is that basically true that if the act is ethical, it is already automatically considered as moral, no? Moral act. So, doon siya nag-iiba. Kasi when we talk about ethics, ano siya kumbaga is established rules, no? So, yun yung susundin natin. While when we talk about morals, depende yan sa tao, no? Depende sa tao, depende sa kanyang pinapaniwalaan. So, doon sila nagkakaiba, no? Again, let's look at the definition of moral. Moral refers to the personal principle or beliefs that an individual holds about what is right and what is wrong. No? So morals can be affected by many things like for example, their culture, their religion, their upbringing, and also their personal experiences. No? Again, pag ethics, no? Set of rules, may naka-establish na dyan, no? Pag sinabi nating morals, depende yan sa tao. Okay? I'll give you an example. No? Say for example, our law does not recognizes same-sex marriage. No? Sa batas natin, hindi pinapayagan ng same-sex marriage. Okay? Now, is same-sex marriage considered as moral or a moral act, or is it considered as immoral? That is why it is not allowed by the law, no? So medyo ano tayo dito in terms of our perspective, medyo magkakaiba tayo ng pananaw dito. Pwedeng yung iba sabihin nila kaya nga walang batas na pumapayag sa same-sex marriage because that is immoral, di ba? And why is it so that there are countries that allow same-sex marriage? That's the question. Bakit may mga ibang bansa na pumapayag naman sa same-sex marriage? Diba? Payag naman sila na ikasal yung dalawang lalaki, no? Payag naman silang ikasal yung dalawang babae, and so on. So, we could not say that same-sex marriage is immoral, no? Because there is no law that authorizes it. But what we could say is that we may perceive it as immoral because of some factor, and that is our religion, no? While in other countries that don't have the same religion or that don't have the dominant religion that we have, perceive it to be moral, di ba? So, doon nagkakatalo ang ethics and moral, no? Not all that is allowed by the law are considered moral, and not all that are considered by the law, no, that are not considered by the law automatically means they are immoral. Okay? So we have a lot of sources of morals kasi we define it as the personal belief of one person, no? According to his experiences, personal experience, according to his religion, and so on. So let's delve into the different sources of moral, no, or moral principle. Ano ba yung mga sources? Bakit magkakaiba tayo ng pananaw kung ano ang tama at ano yung mali, no? So, when we talk about moral, we have the following sources. Number one, family upbringing. Diba? Yung family upbringing, kung paano tayo pinalaki ng ating mga magulang, no, will have an effect on how we perceive the different things, like actions and so on. Halimbawa, there are some family that justifies their criminal acts out of necessity, di ba? May mga pamilya kasi na ang kanilang pananaw naman di bali ng magnakaw ka, di bali ng gumawa ka ng krimen, ang importante is hindi kayo magugutom, no? So if you were raised in that kind of family, diba? Lumaki ka sa ganung uri ng pamilya, definitely your perception of what is right and what is wrong will be different. Di ba? Tingin mo okay lang na manakit ka ng tao, ang importante, pinagtanggol mo yung sarili mo, or ang importante, no, na kumbaga is, prinotektahan mo lang yung interest mo, no? Pero generally, yung pananakit, no, ng kapwa is considered as unethical. It is considered as a violation of the law. Yung pagnanakaw, for example, no? Yung pagnanakaw. Kung sa batas natin titignan yan, alam naman natin, ang batas natin is closely patterned to what is ethical and what is not. No? So, kung sa batas natin titignan, yung act ng pagnanakaw, it is not ethical. Diba? Hindi siya katanggap-tanggap. It is prohibited. Okay? However, the morality, no, of that action will depend now, no, or the way how we perceive it may be differentiated based on our moral. Kasi nga, may ibang pamilya na ganun-ganun yung uri ng pagpapalaki nila. No? Di bali nang magnakaw ka. No, ang importante, hindi tayo mamamatay sa gutom. So, yung taong nagko-commit ng mga act na ganun might have different family upbringing or might have a different perspective of what is right and what is wrong. No? Diba? Merong mga pamilya na kung saan is yung pagsusugal is okay lang. No? Pero in our society, ang pagsusugal is not acceptable. Yung paggamit ng droga is not acceptable. But in some family, no, they perceive it to be right or moral. Diba? Meron nga tayong maririnig dyan. Sabi nila, halimbawa, marijuana, the use of marijuana. No? May mga pamilya yan sasabihin, or may mga tao dyan, ang perception nila is, marijuana is herbal, no? Therefore, gamitin natin ito. No? Kasi herbal ito, ibig sabihin, ginawa ito para gamitin natin. While in our law, the use of marijuana, or any kind of substance related to marijuana is considered as illegal. Yeah? So that is in terms of family upbringing. The family upbringing, yung pagpapalaki sa atin might affect, no, our perspective on how we view what is right and what is wrong, no, based on the concept of morality. Okay? Next is spiritual upbringing. When we say spiritual upbringing, we are referring to the process of nurturing child's inner values, beliefs, and sense of connection to something greater than oneself. So, especially sa atin, no, Filipinos, we are very tawag nito, oriented on what it is or what is moral and what is not, no, and they are widely influenced by our religion. Christian country tayo, di ba? Lalo if you're living with the kind of family that are very conventional in terms of their spiritual belief and so on. So, kung ikaw ay lumaki, no, na merong istriktong patnubay with regards to spirituality, no, that will affect also how you will perceive, no, how will you perceive what is right and what is wrong. Kung conventional ka, talagang kung mali sa Biblia, mali sa inyong simbahan, no, you will consider it as wrong, di ba? Mali siya. Halimbawa, homosexuality. Homosexuality. If you are raised in a family that follows the conventional rule with regards to religion, definitely ano yan eh, ikaw ay pipilitin na itama yung gender orientation mo, no? Kasi in their belief, naniniwala sila na dapat kung lalaki ka, kung babae ka, di ba? So spiritual yan, no? Saan ba naka-base yan? Religion, no? So makikita mo, no, na in this kind of family, no, sa mga ganung uri ng family or society na lang to the greater perspective, ang tingin nila sa mga homosexual and lesbian, the LGBTQ community, for example, are sinners, no? Ang tingin nila nagkakasala sila, so ilalayo nila yung sarili nila, no, or i-discourage nila yung member ng family nila na maging ganun, no? Well, the rest of the society, no, have or do not follow that kind of belief, no? Kaya nga if you're going to look at our perspective, at our society right now, di ba? We have a tolerance already with regards, we have a high tolerance already with regards to those things, no? Pwede natin sabihin na it's because nag-iiba na yung pananaw ng tao or iniiwan natin yung conventional belief natin na kapag ikaw ay member ng LGBTQ is you're committing a sin, di ba? But really, ang isang factor dito, no, kung bakit may mga taong naniniwala na yung mga member ng LGBTQ are committing a sin is because of their spiritual upbringing. And we cannot really insist, no, that they are narrow-minded. Hindi naman natin pwedeng i-insist yung point natin na sabihin natin you're narrow-minded. LGBTQ is part of the community and they're not committing a sin, no? And so on. Kasi nga iba yung experiences nila eh. Iba yung kanilang foundational belief. That's why they have a different perspective whether that act or whether that thing is considered as acceptable or not, immoral or moral, no? So kumbaga, we need to get into the point where we are understanding that we have differences in terms of what we perceive as good or bad because we have different experiences. We have different foundations in terms of morality, no? And there are different sources of moral, di ba? So, yun yung point niya, no? Kung yung paniniwala natin, tama yun, di okay lang, no? But we should not insist kasi nga, hindi naman tayo yung nasa kalagayan nila eh. Hindi naman tayo yung naka-experience ng pinagdaanan nila. So, kung ano yung pananaw natin, yun lang yung sundin natin, no? We don't need to insist what we believe because again, magkakaiba naman tayo ng personal experiences, magkakaiba naman tayo ng foundation, no? Kaya magkakaiba din tayo ng pananaw of what is right and what is wrong, no? Kaya yan yung talagang pinagkaiba, no, ng moral, no, and ethics, no? Because moral is very subjective, depende sa tao yan, while ethics is very objective, di ba? Kung nakakasama ito, then prohibit it, regardless of what the rest of the community perceive it to be. Okay? So spiritual upbringing is one of the sources of moral, no? Maganda siyang source of moral. Okay? Next is we have cultural and traditional upbringing. Again, we were raised, no, by different culture and different tradition. So therefore, our perspective of what is right and what is wrong might be different, no? Because magkaiba na naman tayo ng pinanggalingang culture, magkaiba na naman tayo ng pinanggalingang tradition, or magkaiba na naman tayo ng sinusunod na tradition. In terms of culture, no? Though we are all Filipino, we are expected to practice the same culture, but that is not true. Hindi naman totoo yun, no? Kasi every ethnicity has their own culture, no? Na practice, no? In terms of tradition also, ganun din, no? Though we are Filipino, pare-pares tayong Filipino, but we could not say that we have one tradition, no? Tignan mo na lang. In terms of mourning, yung pagluluksa natin sa ating mga yumao, 'di ba? Pag may namamatayan, something like that. There are those who practice the tradition that kapag may namatay, talagang ano lang, tahimik, 'di ba? Kumbaga is malungkot, something like that kasi nagluluksa nga sila, no? No? Pero meron din mga iba, no? Na instant na magluksa sila, maiyak sila, I mean malungkot sila, malungkot yung lamay and whatsoever, is they are celebrating, di ba? With music, with singing, no? May kung ano-anong activity nila. So masaya sila, no? Masaya sila. Ngayon, if you were raised in a tradition na kung saan pag may namatay, dapat tahimik lang, magluksa, no? Solemn, yung pagluluksa and something like that. Magugulat ka, no? Kung ikaw ay biglang mapunta doon sa lugar or doon sa isang ethnicity or group, no, of people, na kapag sila ay namamatayan is they celebrate it lively, di ba? Magugulat ka, sabi, ano ba? Namatayan sila pero tuwang-tuwa sila, gano'n? Namatayan sila pero nagbi-video okay sila, nagkakantahan sila, gano'n, no? So, again, yung perspective mo is limited to the kind of culture and tradition you were raised to, no? Pwede mo sabihin, ay, ang pangit naman ng ginagawa, parang natutuwa pa sila kasi namatay si ganito or namatayan sila, no? So magkaiba siya, no? But if we're going to look at it, no, culture and tradition plays a big factor with regards to this kasi siguro yung isa kaya sila kaya sila lively mag-celebrate ng kanila ng lamay, no? It's because maybe they're celebrating, no, the return, sabi nga nila, no, sinesend off nila yung kanilang yumao with happiness and so on. Kasi alam nila na halimbawa babalik na daw siya sa buong lumikha, something like that. Kaya masaya sila para sa kanya kasi babalik na siya. Samantala yung iba naman, nalulungkot sila kasi may iwan na sila, things like that. So, different tradition, different cultures affects how we perceive what is right and what is wrong. Isa lang yun, ha? Marami pa tayong mga pagkakaiba, no? Next is education. Education upbringing. When we talk about education upbringing, we refer to the process of raising and guiding, no, a child through formal and informal learning, no? So under education, kasi we have two means of attaining education or getting education, and that is by formal education. Formal learning, yan yung structured, like for example, yung meron tayo, no? If you enroll kinder, or the K to 12, then nag-college ka, that's a formal education, no? Yung informal naman is yung you learn by your experiences, you learn by practicing and so on. Yun yung informal. Both of them are actually helpful, or both of them actually help us to develop our morality. Diba? It is expected that if you are educated, you will practice as a very strict moral code, di ba? ang paniniwala ko nga, if you're educated, is you are uh, well-mannered. Di ba? Pag educated ka, you are well-mannered. But there are some people who are, nakapagtapos naman, pero hindi naman sila well-mannered. Ang point kasi dito is that not because you finish your education means you're educated. Yeah? Hindi porket nakapagtapos ka is you're educated. No. No? You're educated if you're well-mannered. No? Masasabi mong educated ka kapag talagang uh, you know, tama yung kilos mo, tama yung gawa mo, tama yung behavior mo. Da? Kasi may mga nakaka-graduate ng college, nakakapagtapos ng kurso, no? Na hindi naman nila practice yung mga natutunan nila. So they're not educated. No, they just graduated. No, with a degree, nakapagtapos lang sila, but they're not practicing their education. No? Hindi nila practice yung moral values na natutunan nila sa school, so they're not educated. So, when I say educated, no? Sila yung mga taong natuto, no? At practice yung natutunan nila. Ang school naman, hindi naman yan nagtuturo ng masamang ugali. Hindi ka naman tinuturuan ng school na mangopya, hindi ka naman tinuturuan ng school na maging masamang tao, di ba? So, kung talagang natuto ka sa pag-aaral mo, definitely, alam mong mali yung mga ganong gawa, no? So, hindi mo siya i-practice. So, yun yung definition ko on what is educated. Because I believe that education upbringing really plays an important role, no, in developing our morality. No? Kapag dumaan tayo sa tamang edukasyon or kapag nakapag-aral tayo, no, dapat alam talaga natin ang tama at mali at dapat hindi natin gagawin yung mga considered na mali. Okay? So education upbringing is very important. It plays very important role in developing or molding the morality of one person. Another is we have personal experience. No? What is all about the personal experience? Personal experiences and conscience. No? So the personal experiences are those things that we encounter, no, with life events, yung mga naranasan natin, di ba? For example, I'll be honest, no? Pag may nanglilimos, no, hindi talaga ako nagbibigay. Okay? No? Pag may nanlimos sa akin, hindi ako nagbibigay. So pag makita nyo halimbawa ako na tumatangging magbigay sa mga nanlilimos, pwede niyong sabihin na, ay, madamot, ay, masamang tao. Okay lang naman. I'm very open to be criticized with regards to that, no? Madamot, masamang tao, no? Not a Christian person, kasi ayaw niyo i-share yung blessing niya, and something like that. So, well, that's your perspective, no? The thing here is that, on my perspective, hindi ako madamot, no? On my perspective, hindi ako masamang tao. Yun yung perspective ko. And you know why? Because based on my personal experience, no? I perceive that these people are not really in need of help. Yun sa akin, no? Many times experience already na nagbigay sa mga namamalimos, ginagamit nila naman nila pang bisyo. I have experienced also na kung saan is nagbigay sa mga ganun, pero they're lying about their illnesses, they're lying about their struggles, di ba? So parang sa akin I perceive that those people na nanghihingi are really not in need. No, instead, no, parang sinasamantala lang nila yung pagiging mabuti ng mga tao, no? So yun yung aking experience. That's why yun yung ginagawa ko pag may nanghingi sa akin. I do not really give, no, because I've experienced things, no, that makes me tawag nito, parang nadismaya, no, na magbigay sa mga nanghihingi, no? So that's my personal experience. Now, in your case, no, meron din tayong mga ganyan na minsan may mga ginagawa tayo na tingin ng iba is masama, but kasi na-experience natin, no, na ganito ganyan. So, again, yan na nga yung pagiging subjective ng morality, no? Not because you believe that he is doing something wrong or immoral means you need to insist your views or perspective to that person. Na kung halimbawa ipilit mo sa akin, hindi magbigay ka kasi nakakaawa naman sila. Well, magtatalo tayo. Why? Kasi yung aking personal experience, hindi yun yung personal experience mo. So we have different perspective. Na magkaiba tayo ng magiging pananaw pagdating doon. Okay? So, we need not to argue which, no, kung sino sa atin ang tama, ikaw ba na nagbibigay o ako na hindi nagbibigay, we need not to argue, no? We just need to understand na, well, para sa iyo tama yan, para sa akin mali yan. So, agree to disagree, di ba? Kumbaga, hindi pwedeng i-insist yung sa atin kasi again, morals are affected by our personal experiences, no? The act of one person is affected by his personal experiences. Therefore, no, he might view it as correct, you might view it as wrong, no? That is acceptable is because we have different life experiences, di ba? Philosophy and ethical theories, no? We discussed this one. Doon sa ethics, no? Under morality, ganun din naman yun, no? So, we might be following different philosophy. That's why we have different moral foundation. No? Sometimes, mali yung tingin mo sa ginagawa niya. No? Sometimes, tama yung tingin mo sa ginagawa mo. No? And vice versa. And why is that so? Because we are following different theories. No? Iba yung, halimbawa, ako is a utilitarianist. No? While you, no, ikaw naman is considered as maybe deontological, di ba? So, magkakaiba na naman tayo ng perspective. Okay? Halimbawa, yung ginagawa ni former President Duterte, no, extrajudicial killing, pinapatay niya yung mga adik, no? Halimbawa, pinapatay niya yung mga adik. On his perspective, what he's doing is moral. Kasi instead na patayin or mamatay or mabiktima yung mga inosente, no? Yung mga addict na lang ang i-sacrifice. The rest of the society believes that to be wrong, no? Kasi tingin nila bawal talaga ang pumatay, no? So, who is true? Sino ang nagsasabi ng totoo dito or sino ang nagsasabi ng tama? Well, wala, no? Kasi nga again, no, yung source ng morality natin magkaiba. Utilitarianist si Duterte eh. No, si former President Duterte is a utilitarianist. No, ibig sabihin, ang mas pinapahalagahan niya is the greatest good of the greatest number. No, while the others would say no, that this is not correct because life is precious. No, and we have no right to take away life. No, so different perspective, no, on a certain action or affected by the kind of philosophy or theories that they are following. No? So, theories and philosophies can also be considered a source of morals. No? Next is we have laws and social norms. In terms of law, madali lang na maintindihin yan. No? Yung laws natin can be a source of moral. Pwede kasing ang moral conduct natin ang maging source ng law or pwede rin yung law na mismo ang maging source ng ating code of conduct or moral conduct. Example, sa Bible natin, we have the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments will serve as a early form of law. No? Mga batas yan eh. Kumbaga, batas natin yan sa religion natin. So, most of our moral conduct are based on the Ten Commandments. So, ang naging source ng moral code natin is the Ten Commandments, which is a law. No? Pwede rin vice versa. No? Yung mga tingin natin mali, no? Pinagbawal na natin because they are not considered as moral. Example, if you're going to look at the Ten Commandments, maraming mga crime doon ang hindi naman pinagbawal. Di ba? However, dinagdagan natin. Marami na tayong pinagbabawal ngayon. Marami na tayong pinagbabawal ngayon. Why is that so? It's because no, our society perceive it to be considered as wrong. No? Early biblical time, hindi naman bawal yung incestuous marriage eh. 'Di ba? Yung pag sinabi natin incestuous marriage is yung parang pag-aasawa ng magkapatid, pag-aasawa ng magkakamag-anak, and so on. So, wala namang prohibition na ganun sa ating Bible. Uh, only earlier times, no? However, our society grown from that and perceives incestuous marriage or incestuous relationship as immoral. 'Di ba? Kumbaga is magkapatid kayo, then you're going to marry each other, no? You're going to build a family, and so on. Our society perceive it to be wrong, no? So that's why dinagdag nila, no? So based on the moral conduct, no? Naging source ngayon siya para mag-create tayo ng law. Kaya sa batas natin, bawal ang pagpapakasal ng magkapatid, pagpapakasal ng mag-ama, mag-ina, and so on, no? Up to first degree, no? So pag first cousin kayo, bawal pa rin yung sa batas. Second cousin kayo, pwede na. Third cousin, fourth cousin, and so on, pwede na, no? So from moral conduct, na-establish natin siya as law, no? So it can be a source of moral principle also. Yung social norms naman, yung mga nakasanayan natin, kaya doon napapasok, no, yung social norm na tinatawag natin, no? Ano ba yung norms, no? When you say norms, no, yun yung fina-follow natin, no? Ano yung perceived natin to be correct, no, based on the social influence, no, based on the influence of the society, and so on. So there are a lot of social norms that now is a basis of a moral principle, no? Maraming tayong social norms which is source of moral principle. Gaya nga in terms of marriage. I will give you another example, no? Early in our society, pwedeng ikasal ang minor de edad. Diba? May mga ano yan, tawag natin doon, child marriage na nangyayari. No, ano pa? Meron yung mga fixed marriage na nangyayari, and so on. No? So, yun yung social norms natin. No? Ngayon, magkakatalunan naman yung batas natin plus the social norms natin. Kasi there are some tribes or there are some ethnic groups that allows child marriage, yung pagpapakasal ng mga bata, minor de edad, and so on. Recently, no, nagkaroon tayo ng batas that prohibits kinds of child marriage. Di ba? So, should we really view child marriage as unethical or immoral act? No? Yun ba yung magiging view natin dapat doon? Questionable, because based on our social norms, no, nung unang panahon, allowed yan eh. Allowed yan siya, no? Na ikasal sila so long as both of the parents agree or both of the children, no, involved here agrees to marry each other, then it's okay based on social norms, no? So it's a question about morality, no? If it's a question about ethics or the ethical side of child marriage, we would say definitely that child marriage is unethical. But if we're going to ask whether child marriage is considered to be moral, questionable na naman siya. Kasi there are some social norms that allows child marriage. Di ba? May mga ganun talaga. Okay? So, tingnan nyo the difference between ethics and morality. No? Ethics is fixed. No? Morals is subjective. Okay? Another source of moral principles are peers and social influence. No? When we talk about peers, no, yung ating mga kaibigan, nakakasalamuha, no? They could be a good source of morality. No? Tignan mo, in PNP, for example, in the Philippine National, hindi ko naman nila lahat, no? Baka may mga matamaan. In PNP, no? Hindi lahat. Okay? In PNP, it seems that it is common already to have a second wife, third wife, fourth wife, and so on. So, kumbaga is, parang may mga ganung group kasi na parang hindi ka lalaki kapag iisa lang asawa mo, hindi ka lalaki pag iisa lang panganay mo, something like that. So if you're living if you are with those kind of group or people, no, kung sila ang nakakasalamuha mo, syempre magbabago yung perspective mo with regards to relationship, di ba? Kasi nakikita mo si Pedro 5 asawa, si Juan 3 asawa, something like that. Tapos ikaw, isa yung asawa mo, tapos mga kasama mo ganun. Shift or magkakaroon ng shift of perspective on what you consider is right and wrong, no? Kasi siguro bago mo sila makilala, naniniwala ka that marriage should be monogamous, di ba? That isa lang dapat ang asawa mo kasi biblically, no, legally, isa lang talaga dapat. Pero nung kasama mo na sila, nagbago yung pananaw mo, no? Parang okay lang pala kasi si ganito nga ganyan. Ganito 3 asawa, si ganito nga 5 asawa. So naging norms siya ng group ninyo. So peers really are also considered as sources of our moral principles, di ba? Yung mga kasama natin, no, kung they define some act as moral or katanggap-tanggap, pwede tayong mahawa, no? Kaya nga ngayon pa lang sinasabi na natin, if your friends are bad influence to you, no, iwasan mo sila. Kasi kung lagi mo silang kasama, there will be a time, no, na kung saan your perspective of what is moral, no, act and immoral act will be shifted, no, in accordance to the dominant perspective in the group. And that also affects our social influence, no? Sa social influence naman natin, the bigger picture, not just peers but social influence also. Okay? Halimbawa, social media kasi ngayon social media nakikita natin, no? 'Di ba? Balikan natin. Kung sa television sana, meron tayong mga tinatawag na parental guidance, 'di ba? Parental guidance. Bakit may parental guidance yung mga palabas, no? It's because, no, if they're pag sila inapanood ng mga bata, ng mga musmus ang pag-iisip, pwedeng maapektuhan yung kanilang perspective no? Ang bata naman, sabi nga natin, kung ano yung ginagawa ano yung nakikita ng bata, nagmumukha itong tama, no? Kung ano yung mga nakikita niya, yung mga napapanood niya, ang perspective niya tama yun kasi nakita niya nga sa TV or whatsoever. So, halimbawa, may nagdra-drugs, tingin niya, tama lang na mag-drugs. May nagiinom, may nagsusugal, tama lang na mag-inom, magsugal. No? Kaya nga, meron tayong parental guidance na tinatawag. No? The problem right now is that ang mga kabataan kasi ngayon, hindi na lamang sa TV nanonood yan Sa TikTok, sa YouTube, sa Facebook, maraming video ang kumakalat dyan. And they are not usually monitored by their parents. The problem with that is they could develop a kind of principle that would now be aligned with what they watch in the social media. And without parental guidance, pwedeng may makuha sila na mali na moral conduct, no, at i-practice nila. Gaya ng halimbawa, example nito, yung prank, diba? Yung pagpa-prank. Sometimes yung mga prank is going beyond what is acceptable and what is tolerable, no? Halimbawa, yung nananapak, yung kumbaga nangaasar lang, nananampal, and whatsoever. So, if napapanood kasi ng mga bata yun on social media, there's a tendency na gaya-gayahin nila yan, no? Since napapanood nila sa mga idol nila, ganyan-ganyan, gagayahin nila yan no? So, yung influence nila nanggaling sa social media. No? And they're not properly guided. Ngayon, paniwala nila, okay lang na manakit ng ibang tao as long as it is a prank. As long as nakakatuwa. As long as, yun nga, mag-viral. Things like that, di ba? So, yun yung problem. No? Our society or social influence is a big factor on what these younger generations, what influences younger generations to how they define what is morally right and what is immoral. Okay? So, those are the different sources of moral principles. They're different There are many and different sources of moral principle. So magkakaiba talaga tayo ng pwedeng maging view or perspective of what is right and what is wrong. Depending upon where did we or saan natin kinuha, saan natin dinerive yung ating views of what is right and what is wrong. Okay? Ikaw sa tingin mo, ano ang pinakamahalaga, or ano ang pinakamahalagang source of moral principles, or ano yung pwede nating i-enhance, kumbaga, na source of moral principles so that we would be able to develop a correct perspective of what is considered to be or what will be considered as moral conduct, and immoral conduct. Okay? So, thank you very much for listening. If you have a question, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you like this video, feel free to like, or you may also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, or you may also share our videos para marami pang makapanood. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening. See you on the next upload. Bye-bye.